Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place. That impacts poor people in the worst kind of way. When you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who are on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
The swipe of my pen, that person could be arrested. They could sit in jail for at least 48 hours. They could lose time from work and their family maybe lose their job. They'd have to come out of their own pocket to help hire a lawyer. They'd lose standing in their community. All because of the swipe of my pen.
Hey, welcome back. It's your man Wise, and lately there's been a lot of talk about Kamala Harris around her lack of policies, failure on the economy, and her ineffective role as the so-called border czar. But today, I want to focus on something the mainstream media won't touch, and that's her record as a prosecutor. Kamala loves to flip-flop. One minute she's tough on crime, the next she's some progressive reformer. But which is it? The truth is, she was too tough where she shouldn't have been, and too soft when she should have, leaving everyday Americans, especially the Black community, to suffer. The media avoids this topic like the plague, but because it shatters the narrative that Democrats are the only ones who care about the Black communities or the poor and disenfranchised communities. Her record tells a very different story though. But hold that thought for a second. Before we dig deeper into Kamala's disastrous past as a prosecutor, let's talk about something else that's critical for your future. With the cost of living skyrocketing and our dollar losing value to continuous government spending, it's natural to wonder about the safety of our investments. In times like these, protecting your hard-earned money is crucial. That's why I recommend contacting my trusted partners at Lear Capital. They specialize in helping you safeguard your wealth by converting depreciating dollars into stable assets like silver and gold. Discover how easy it is. Call Lear today at 800-489-6450 or visit learrp.com to receive your free gold and silver investor kit. With over 27 years of experience and $3 billion in trusted transactions, they offer 24-hour risk-free guarantee, a testament to their commitment to customer satisfaction. Call 800-489-6450 or go to learrp.com right now. Take control of your financial security today with Lear Capital. All right, let's break this down real fast. From 2004 to 2008, Black people made up about 7.5% of San Francisco's population. Sounds small, right? But during that same period, they accounted for 37% of the marijuana arrests. This is according to a study by the NAACP and San Francisco's Department of Public Accountability. Now think about that. While Kamala Harris was in charge, her office oversaw more marijuana convictions than her predecessor. This is the same Kamala who stayed silent on weed legalization for years, only jumping on board in 2018 when she started eyeing the presidency. The same Kamala who later joked about smoking marijuana in college.
Your opponent, Ron Gold, has said that he is for the legalization of marijuana recreationally. Your thoughts on that?
That he is entitled to his opinion.
Position on legalizing marijuana.
I'm not a proponent of that, but I know there are a lot of people who are. It's not my issue.
Let's talk about the hypocrisy here. Back in the day, Kamala was against legalizing marijuana. As California's Attorney General, over 1,500 people were jailed for cannabis-related offenses, and as San Francisco's DA, she secured over 1,900 cannabis convictions. But now the media hails her as progressive because she evolved. That's the problem with Kamala. She's fake with no real convictions. I can respect someone like Bernie Sanders who's been consistent even if I disagree with him. But Kamala, like many on the left, will say anything for votes, then do absolutely nothing once in office It's pure manipulation, and that's what really upsets me about this lady.
I've said many times, I think we all at this table believe, nobody should have to go to jail for smoking weed. And what we need to do is recognize that far too many people have been sent to jail for simple marijuana possession.
Here's the point. This isn't about where you stand on marijuana or policing. It's about politicians flip-flopping during elections, making promises they never deliver on, and turning Americans against each other in the process. They claim to champion Black communities, but they import thousands of migrants, placing them in Black communities, taking away resources from Black people. They feed Black voters a narrative that Democrats are with them, but what have they really done in the past 4 years? Honestly, what have they done over the past 60 years with Black people giving the Democrats over 90% of their vote year after year, decade after decade? Where are the jobs, the opportunities, or the reforms they promised? Crime is still high in blue cities, and instead of addressing real issues like the welfare state or fatherlessness or the lack of nuclear families in these communities, they just blame white people or the police. Is that really who's on your side?
Hello to all my divine nine brothers and sisters and my sorors. And to all my HBCU brothers and sisters. Thank a union member for the 5-day work week. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time.
You better thank unions for that 5-day work week.
Thank unions for sick leave. Thank unions for paid family leave. Thank unions for your vacation time.
This is what I can't stand. It's political opportunism. Just watch this video, man. Kamala literally changes her accent depending on the audience. This goes beyond strategy. It's a sign of someone who will say and do anything to cling on to power. How can you trust a person like this? And it's not just Kamala. It's the entire system feeding us these fake package politicians who shapeshift depending on what's trending. Meanwhile, our communities are suffering, crime is skyrocketing, inflation is making it harder for families to get by, and all they give us are empty slogans like equity and justice with no real results. So we've got to ask ourselves, how long are we gonna let them get away with this? How long will we buy into their lies while we let our cities crumble and our communities suffer? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Consider joining the ARP family. It supports me, the team, the channel. It gives us the ability to do what we do on a day-to-day basis. I appreciate each person that has joined the ARP family thus far. I really do. I do not take it for granted. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up, and we'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.